Okay, so boom, let's just jump right in. In Isaiah chapter 7, verse 4, we can say 3 and 4, but in Isaiah chapter 7, verse 3 and 4, we read where the Bible says that Ahaz, so the king of Aram, and the king of King Rezin and King Pekah, which are they're basically over northern Israel. They are conspiring. They are plotting and planning to conquer King Ahaz and Judah and take over Jerusalem. And so in in chapter 7, verse 4, it talks about how, or in chapter 7 in general, it talks about how King Ahaz and his people were panicking. They were scared, and they were shaken. And in verse 4, Isaiah receives a word from God and basically says, tell him to be quiet and calm down. Or tell him to calm down and be quiet. Right? And then God sends Isaiah to meet with King Ahaz to give him a word, which basically the word is, listen, I know that you know what's about to happen or what they're plotting and planning, but let me just tell you it's not going to happen. Because I said so. It's not going to happen. And with that, I also need you to believe in me. I also need you to have faith in me. Because if you don't, then you're going to fail too. And the Lord gave me this word on this morning, specifically tackling and running into the camp of anxiety and pulling out all those who choose to hear and listen to what he is saying. In the midst of a storm or a brewing storm or an assumed storm, because the word said, and this is the part that got me, the word said that what you see Ahaz as burning fire and stuff, I merely see it as a stump and smoke. Basically, you see this large, great thing, but it's really just a stump. You see fire burning. You see consuming fire, and I just see smoke. Perspective, right? And so what anxiety tries to do is this worries about stuff, and it's a negative mindset about stuff that never even happened. You see something coming, and there's all these options, and what your mind is dwelling in, what your mind is ruminating in, is all the negative thing, and that builds up the worry and the anxiousness about what is to come or what could be to come. But I just want to remind somebody that God said, why are you worrying? Calm down. First of all, you're mine. I love you. You're mine, regardless of if you follow me, right? Because Ahaz was not a godly king. The people were living very rebellious. They were dealing with idolatry. So Ahaz was not a godly man by any means, but Judah was God's chosen people. And we know that God cannot go back on his word. So even though you may be rebelling, even though you may be being disobedient, God's not going to go back on his word. His word says he'll never leave you nor forsake you. He means that, right? So even in the midst of that anxious thing to come, right? God's saying, calm down. Why are you worrying? Just be quiet. Stop speaking that negativity over yourself. Stop speaking that worry over yourself. Stop flaming the fires of this negative thought, when really what you should do is take it captive and just be quiet. Make it command the Lord and just be quiet. And so I know that it blessed me because I dealt with anxiety. And at times I still deal with it as the Lord is healing me, as the Lord is bringing me through a thing. But I know that the word of the Lord that I received on today was, stop worrying. Be quiet. I already got this in control. What you think is going to happen, what they're plotting and planning, even though they're plotting and planning your demise, it's not going to happen. It's going to fail. Why? Because he said so. That set me free on this morning as I was in my quiet time, and now I'm on my way to, my next destination. But that set me free on this morning. I pray that sets someone free. That anxious thing, that thing that you're worrying about, that you're toiling with over and over in your mind, let it go. Give it to God, because I promise you, he's already spoken a thing over it. So quiet yourself before him. Get before him. Get in his word so he can speak to you concerning that thing, and let it be. I love y'all. Have a great day.